Namaste, and welcome to this yoga practice for gratitude. Today we're going to be focusing on opening our hearts up to the abundance and the wonder that lies within all of us and is all around us. Finding things that we can be grateful for, particularly at the moment when sometimes things seem a little bit bleak, perhaps a little bit stressful at home. Let's find a little bit of gratitude. And we use our yoga practice to do so. We're going to start sitting in a comfortable upright position, cross legs, or on a bolster, on a blanket, on a block, propped up so that your hips can be a bit more open. Not pushing your body too far to start before we've done anything to warm up. If cross legs isn't accessible or comfortable for you, find another position that is. Bring your palms together in anjali mudra. This gesture of reverence, of bringing everything inwards into your heart, into that sacred space within you. Let your thumbs rest on your sternum and lightly close your eyes. And I'd like you today, for your practice, to spend time in each posture noticing how you are, noticing where your mind is taking you, noticing how your breath feels, and being in the moment, experiencing each moment of this practice, and being so grateful that you can experience each moment of your practice. Experience the challenges, experience the ease, experience the moments when the breath may become ragged, experience moments when the breath is flowing freely. Be grateful for those pauses in between each breath. The moments of stillness, the moments of silence. Feel a connection to your heart and the abundance of love in your heart. Allow your breath to start to lengthen and deepen. And perhaps even starting to breathe with a gentle ujai pranayama, with a slight contraction at the back of the throat, so you can actually feel the air as it flows across the back of the throat. Hear the air as it flows across the back of the throat. A victorious breath. We are victorious. Filling your belly, filling your chest, filling your heart space. Your heart is just one big muscle filled with love. Use your breath to nurture and massage that muscle. And before we start our movement part of our practice this evening, I'd like you to think or bring to mind one thing right now that you are grateful for. It can be the smallest thing. See it in your mind's eye. Perhaps it makes you smile, an image of whatever it is you are grateful for. Let it make you smile. Let it make your heart smile. And keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands onto your knees, cupping the fronts of your knees with your hands lightly, feeling a connection with your hands on your knees, and slowly starting to circle your waist. Your circles can be as big or as small as you like. Perhaps linking the movements and the circles with your breath. Breathing in as your belly comes forward, expanding your belly forward, and breathing out as you squeeze your belly button to your spine. Breathing in, expanding, breathing out, contracting, rounding. Perhaps starting to make the movements a little bit bigger now. Starting to feel the rolling around on your sit bones, on your glutes, on your legs. Perhaps your shoulders start to become involved. And if you like to visualize things, picturing a big pot of colourful liquid, and as you stir it, those colours swirl together even more to make the most beautiful swirls. And then changing direction, still breathing, still swirling those colours in your pot, in your belly. Let those beautiful colours spiral up through your spine, filling the whole of your body with colour and light. And then slowly ease off when you're spiraling. Come back to centre, sitting up really, really tall, lengthening through the spine, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your jaw, opening your eyes, and rolling forwards to all fours if that's comfortable for you. If not, find your own way that is comfortable to come to all fours. Bring your hands underneath your shoulder, or your wrists even underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Nice tabletop spine. So just like in other classes, we're neither dipping the spine nor rounding the spine. It's a nice strong flat back position. The shoulders are engaged, the neck is long. Backs of the feet press into the floor to activate all the way up into your mula bandha, lifting the pelvic floor muscles. We're going to need that now because we're going to start to balance. So finding a drishti, looking down to the top of your mat, back of your neck stays long. When you're ready, inhale to lift your right leg up into the air behind you, keeping toes pointing either down to the floor or pointing straight out behind you. Keep the hip level with the left hip, so you're not lifting your right hip. When you feel balanced, lift the left arm, reaching the left fingers forwards, upper arm is by the ear, stretching into the right toes and the left fingers. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your right knee in towards your chest, your left knee towards your ribs, and curl up into a ball. Inhale, expand, reach fingers forwards, toes backwards, bit different. Exhale, point your toes up to the ceiling, reach your left hand around behind you, see if you can tap your toes. I'll turn around this way so you can see. Inhale, extend, left arm forward, right leg back. And again, exhale, elbow and knee to the center, rounding. Inhale, extend. Exhale, point the toes up, see if you can tap the inside of your foot. One more time. Inhale, left arm reaches forwards. Exhale, rounding in. Inhale, extend. Find your balance. Exhale, lifting the knee, tap the foot. Maybe this time you grab the foot. Kick the foot into your hand. Look forward. Lengthen your spine. Breathe. Smile. Open your chest. Lovely balance. Well done, everyone. One more breath. Gently release. Lower your right knee to the floor. Keep the left arm extended out to the side. Take a deep inhale. Reach into your left fingers. As you exhale, tuck the left arm underneath the right, reaching all the way over, threading the needle. Landing the left shoulder and the left side of your head on the floor. If that doesn't quite reach, pop your side of your head on a block. Just shuffle your shoulders forwards just enough so that your thighs remain vertical. Still pressing the backs of your feet into the floor. Your right hand is supporting you. I'm going to turn this way now so you can see what we're doing. So my thighs are vertical, my right hand is supporting me, my left arm is reaching through. I'm going to take my right leg and extend it back. My toes are tucking under. You can stay here. For those of you that want the challenge, you lift your right leg. Now I'm not lifting my hip because I will fall over. So I keep my hip parallel to the floor. If you feel more balanced, you reach your right arm up. Option to bend the knee and grab the right foot. And smile. Breathe. What shape are you making today? Experience it. Release. Lower the toes to the floor. Lower the right hand to the floor. Press into your right hand. Unthread your needle. Bring your right knee in. Hands back under the shoulders. Walk your knees back so they're just a bit further back than your hips. Bring your weight forward so you're in a kneeling press up position. And lower your chest and chin to the floor. Ashtangasana posture. Slowly slide your body flat and take your left arm out to the side. Turn your head to look to your right. And then gently roll onto your left arm. So you're rolling onto this arm that is extended. Now the higher up your arm, the more intense this is going to be. So should you want less intensity, you take your hand closer to your hip. If your shoulders are happy and you want to open your shoulder quite a bit, your arm is up here, otherwise have it down here. And we're going to roll over onto our side. The head is relaxed onto the floor or a block if you need it. Your right leg can stay stacked on top of your left, or if you want to, you can step your right foot behind your left with your knee pointing up to the ceiling. Now this is quite strong. Maybe bring your right hand onto your right knee. Breathe and relax, opening the chest, opening the left shoulder. How does this pose make you feel? Know that you can come out at any time. You can pause at any time and stay in a posture. And then slowly release, bringing your right hand down to the floor, gently rolling onto your belly again. And bring your left hand back into the middle. I'm going to come back onto my mat. Hands under shoulders, forehead to the floor. Backs of the feet pressing into the floor, so toes are untucked. We're going to come up into a little baby cobra. So as you inhale, squeeze your elbows by your sides, lift your chest back, the neck stays long. Exhale, reach your chest a little bit further forward, lower your forehead. Inhale, lift your chest, press your hips into the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, see if you can bring your chest forward a little bit more. One more time, inhale, lift your chest, press the backs of your feet into the floor. See if you can lift your hands, jazz hands. Lovely. Back of the neck is long. And then lower your hands to the floor. Elbows in, strong triceps. Press yourself up into all fours. And then straight back into child's pose. Bottom to heels, forehead to the floor. Have a wiggle, have a stretch. Find your breath again, breathing into your shoulders, breathing into your back. And walk your hands over to your left. Keeping the head relaxed, forehead dropping towards the floor. If you want more juice in the right hand side, you come up onto your right fingertips. Breathing into the intercostal spaces, the spaces between your right ribs. And then inhaling, coming back to center, reaching your hands forward and pulling yourself all the way up to all fours. And let's do the same again on the other side. So I'm going to turn around so you can see where we're going. So back to all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, strong flat back. Back of the neck is long. Inhaling, lifting the left leg this time out behind you. Toes can either point down or out behind you. When you feel balanced, Right arm lifts forwards. Inhale, reach, extend through your arm and your leg. Exhale, squeeze, elbow and knee inwards. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reach your right arm around behind you so you can tap your left foot. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, keep the knee lifted. Can you tap the foot, reaching around the shoulder? One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze, contract the abdominal muscles. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reach around. This time, can you find your foot? If you can, keep the knee lifted. Press your foot into your hand. Open your shoulders. Gaze forwards. Breathing and smiling. Relaxing your left arm a little bit. Mula Bandha is still lifting. And then gently release the arm, release the leg. Lower the knee and take your right arm out to the side. Inhale, extend into your right fingers. Exhale, dive the right arm underneath the left. Lowering shoulder to floor. Coming into your thread the needle. Lovely. Using your left hand for support in front of your face. Press into your right shoulder. You're on the temple, so on the side of your head here. You're not compressing your cervical spine, your neck, by smooshing into your cheek. Your neck is strong. You want to stay here, you stay here. If you want to, you extend the left leg out behind you. If you want to go there, you lift your left leg, keeping the hip and the leg parallel to the floor. Maybe you lift your left arm. Maybe you bend your left knee and find your foot. Sometimes I fall over when I do this, and that's okay. I haven't got far to fall. Smile, breathe. And then release. Lowering back down. Pressing the left hand into the floor. To unthread your needle, give your arm a little bit of a shake out to the side. Walk your knees backwards again. Come forwards into your Ashtangasana, so elbows by the sides, lowering your chest and your chin. So the only thing sticking up in the air in this posture is your bottom. Doesn't have to be too high. And then slowly lower your hips to the floor, lower your forehead to the floor. Taking your right arm this time out to the side. Using your left hand for support to guide you over, so rolling over to your right. Now only you know how far you need to go. So for some of you, it might be that you stop here. That might feel enough for your shoulder. Even if you're hypermobile, please be mindful of that. If you think you can't feel anything, this is intense. So if you're hypermobile in your joints, you might not know it. Perhaps come out of the posture. If you don't feel anything, come out of it a little bit. If you want to, you can step the left foot behind you. Now I can feel that stretch. So I know that's okay for me. I'm listening to my body. I'm grateful for what my body is telling me. I can rest my hand on my left thigh. I can relax my shoulder blades together. What can you be grateful for now as you lie on the floor, listening to Mother Earth? And then slowly rolling forwards back onto your belly. Bringing your right arm in. This time taking your arms out behind you. Palms face you, thumbs in contact with the floor. Forehead is down. Lift your belly. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. And on an inhale, lift your arms, lift your legs, lift your shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, lift. This time, stay lifted. Reach your fingertips back. Reach the toes away from you, crown of the head forward. Keep breathing, keep lifting your belly muscles. Bring your hands underneath your shoulder blades, keeping everything lifted. And as you inhale, you're going to be like a seesaw and rock up into a cobra. Slightly higher cobra this time. If it feels too intense, please do lower down. Nice deep breaths. This time, either come through all fours or lift the knees and roll over into your downward facing dog. Lifting your hips up and back into down dog. Settling in your down dog, spreading fingers, relaxing your neck. Finding that steady, calm ujai breath again. Pressing the weight into the base of the fingers, not the wrists. Rolling the armpits towards each other. Let's warm up our hips a little bit. So on an inhale, lift your right leg up into the air behind you, keeping hips level. As you exhale, we're going to move into a raised push-up and bring this right knee as high up as we can into the right tricep. Smile. Inhale, lift up and back into a three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee comes forwards to the left tricep, reaching the chest forwards. Inhale, extend, right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. And again, exhale, come forwards. Knee to right tricep, flex the foot. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left tricep. One more, inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right tricep as high up the arm as you can. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left tricep, and this time we keep it there. We look off to the left and we flick our foot out to the left. Roll over onto the inside, so let the back foot drop to the inside of the foot. Lift the left arm up and reach the right arm up. Fallen triangle, flex the right foot. Reach up as if you're trying to reach into your left fingers. Smile, breathe, lift your hips. One more breath, go easy on yourselves. As you exhale, lower your hips all the way down to the floor. Now your left hip will be lifted slightly here, and that's what we want. We're going to start to bring both hands around in front, a little bit of a twist. This right foot is flexed, so my toes are pointing towards you. My hands are near the front of the mat, and I'm going to use my hands to twist my torso as much as I comfortably can. Relaxing shoulders and breathing. If it feels okay, you come down onto your elbows. Now I'm going to twizzle round so you can see my back foot. So my back foot at the moment is off to the side. If you want more juice, you lift up onto the back toes. It's a little bit more intense. And to get the whole of me in again, I'm up on the back toes, and you might come down here, but listen to your body. You'll feel that in your right hamstring, believe me. Well, I certainly do. Inhale, come back up from wherever you are. Tuck your back toes under briefly. We're going to do this briefly, so even if you're turned to the side, we're going to come back into our down dog the same way we came into it. So left hand is down, lift the hips, step the right foot back and through into your downward facing dog. Have a wiggle, reset. How does the left side feel compared to the right side? Bit of yoga magic going on here. Growing your legs as we go. Let's do the same on the left side. We don't want you walking around in circles when you finish. As you inhale, lift the left leg high into the air, keeping hips level, three-leg dog. Exhale, knee to tricep, smile. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left tricep. Inhale, extend, three-leg dog. Exhale, knee to right tricep. One more time, inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, knee to left tricep, nice and high. Keep it lifted, keep it engaged. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Oh, you're working hard, you're working hard. Look to the right and step your foot out to the side. I'll move over here so you can see. Flex the foot, Roll the back heel down to the floor. Lift your right arm up. Reaching up, reaching your hips, flexing your left foot. Fallen triangle pose. Like a shooting star, I think. Reaching up. I saw the most beautiful shooting star last night, so this is ode to that. Reaching up to the heavens. And then slowly lowering your hips down to the floor. And deciding where you want to go in your twist. So you can stay upright like this, looking off to the right slightly. If you want more, you bring your hands around to the front, twisting in the torso, keeping length through your spine as well, being mindful of how everything's feeling. If it's too much on the hamstrings, back off. If it's too much, bend the knee. Maybe you come down onto your elbows. Maybe you tuck those back toes under, lifting the back heel. So you kind of drop the right hip towards the floor a little bit more. Maybe you lower down onto your elbows. So if I swivel, it might be like this. Hopefully this is making sense as we go. Hopefully you're breathing. You can do all of this. All of these movements, holding your breath if you want, but that's not yoga. Yoga is about connecting to your breath, connecting to something more than just flesh, knowing that there is more to us. We can use that power in our breath to soften into postures. We can use that power in our breath to move us stronger into postures. It's an amazing tool and we should use it. Now we're going to inhale, lifting the head, lifting the chest from wherever you have been, tucking the back toes under, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, lifting your hips and taking your right leg back into your down dog, readjusting your position. Feet are hip width apart. If you're a traditional yogi, your big toes might be touching, but it's a bit stronger, so hip width apart is a lot more accessible for most people. Hips lifting up and back, knees can be bent. Breathing. Take a deep breath in, lift your right leg up into the air behind you. And as you exhale, swing or step it forward between your hands. If it needs a help to get there with your hand, then that's fine. You can keep the back knee lifted or you can lower it down. Lift your chest. Bring your hands together in prayer. Lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, bring the left elbow across the right knee. Right elbow lifts. Press the palms together and twist. Pulling the right hip into the midline, trying not to fall over, smiling and breathing. Nice. Reaching the crown of your head forward. If you feel balanced, you can take your gaze up to the ceiling. If you're practicing outside, amazing, look up at the sky. Very few airplane vapor trails, that's the word, at the moment. So it's a beautiful sky at the moment. Looking down to the floor, bringing your hands back down to the floor. And we're going to do a funky little dynamic transition. I sometimes do this in my classes if I get the wrong leg, but I haven't got the wrong leg, but we're just going to do it anyway. So we're going to do a little jump to swap. If the jump is too much on your knees, then by all means do a step change. But if you want to, you can lift your hips high and do a little step jump forwards. Lovely. So the left leg is forwards now. The right heel is pressing away from you. You lift up in your lunge, lengthen your spine. Right elbow to the left knee, left elbow lifts. Press your palms together. We've come back to this anjali mudra. This mudra of reverence, of gratitude, of bringing everything together at the heart. Look down to the floor, bring both hands down to the floor And on an exhale, step your right foot forward and just hang in a forward fold for a moment. Perhaps grab hold of your elbows, sway from side to side. Find your breath. And on an inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, lift all the way up to stand, reaching up, Utthita Tadasana. And as you exhale, bring your hands together at your heart, resting your thumbs at the center of your chest, relaxing your shoulders. Close your eyes. Can you feel your heartbeat? That life force, that energy within you, that source of your very being. Notice that we move quite dynamically. So as you start to steady your breath, steady your thoughts, steady your mind, your heartbeat steadies as well. We start to engage our parasympathetic nervous response. We become calmer. We gain our own body's trust. There is no reason to rush. There is no reason to fear. Now, slowly open your eyes and open your palms out in front of you and look down at your hands. And imagine in your hands there is the most beautiful but delicate and fragile flower. And it is whatever shape, whatever colour you see fit. It might be a completely made up flower from a fairy tale of your imagination, but it is there. You are holding it. You can feel it in your hands. You can see it. Perhaps you can smell it. Now very, very gently, keeping that awareness of the fragility of that flower in your hands, we're going to cup our hands around that flower, bringing our fingertips together and the heels of the hands together. And bringing that delicate, fragile flower towards your heart space and letting it be absorbed, or part of it be absorbed by you, by your heart. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up, start to open up your fingers and offer up your flower, your fragile flower. And as you exhale, take your arms out wide, stretch now into your fingers, bring some power and some strength into your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades together as your hands reach around behind you, palms facing each other, tailbone is still tucking under. Imagine you're holding a block behind you. And then slowly find a drishti. When you're ready, take the weight into your right foot and kick your left foot up into your left hand, keeping the heels, you're going to wobble to turn around, keeping your knees together. We're still reaching the right fingers down to the floor. Make chin mudra with your right hand. So thumb and first finger connect, the other fingers spread out, and then reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, reaching up, lengthening the whole right side of your waist. We're going to start to kick. I'm going to turn around again so you can see. Kick your right foot into your right hand like we did at the beginning on all fours. So you create this space between your torso and your heel. Kicking the heel into your hand. Once you've got that space, you can start to lift your knee and then maybe reach your right fingers forwards. Beautiful dancer pose, Matranasana. Amazing, everyone. I'm going to turn to face you all without falling over. You keep breathing, keep smiling. And then inhale, lifting up and releasing. Bring your palms together. Take a deep breath. Bring your awareness and your energy inwards into your center. Find that fragility again. So opening up, keeping your fingers in contact, but opening up the palms slightly. And then inhale, reaching up, offering that intention of beauty upwards. And as you exhale, stretching your arms wide and down, squeezing the shoulder blades, stepping into your left foot and kicking your right foot into your hand. Chin mudra with the left hand, reaching forwards and up. And then kicking the right foot, this time into the right hand. Once you're kicking the foot, you lift the right knee as much as is appropriate for you. This might be it, and that is fine. Wherever it is comfortable for you, and then we start to reach, perhaps, fingers forwards, smiling, breathing. Perhaps the chest comes parallel to the floor, perhaps not. Wherever you are, take one more breath. Left toes pointing forwards. Soften the left leg. Inhale, lifting up. Whoop, wobbling as you go. Release. Bring your palms together at your heart. Take your feet back to hip width apart. You might need a block. You might not. If you need one, have a block now at the front of your mat, the top left corner of your mat. We're going to bring our hands together, open up, holding onto that fragile flower again, lifting up, opening up your fingers, and as you exhale, bring your arms around behind you, squeezing shoulder blades, take the weight into the right foot, left foot into the hands, same position, dancer pose, thumb and right fingers connect, thumb and right forefinger connect, reach the right arm up, kick the left foot into the left hand, come forwards. Reaching, reaching, reaching. I got my block on the wrong side, but that's okay, I can move it. Once you're there, soften the right leg and bring your right hand down to the block. Some of you might be able to reach the floor, that's fine. I'm going to use the block just to demonstrate how. Keep the left leg lifted, so you release the hand and bring your left hand to your heart. So the left leg is extended. Turn your hips towards the side of your mat, Flex your left foot. Left hand rests on the heart. And breathe. Excellent. Half moon posture, Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand on the heart. Bend the right knee and slowly float your right foot back, reaching your right arms forwards. Gazing forwards. The left hand is on the chest and it's pulling the chest open. So it's opening the chest to the side of your mat. Reaching the right fingers forwards. The right knee is pressing outwards in our Virabhadrasana 2. Release your left hand. Reach your left hand out behind you. Turn your palms to the floor. Windmill your hands down to the floor, lift your back heel. We're going to take a vinyasa. Step the right foot back into a plank and exhale halfway down all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a couple of ujai breaths. Bend your knees. Take a deep breath in. Long, slow exhale. At the end of your exhale, step or jump your feet forward. Inhale to lift your chest to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, wide sweep your arms up to the sides, reaching up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Fragile flower. Find that beauty in the center of you. And as you inhale, offer it upwards. Exhale, reach your hands around behind you. Step this time into your left foot. Kick your right foot into your right hand. Take chin mudra with your left hand. Right foot kicks back, left arm reaches up first and then forwards. And we slowly transition the left hand to the block or the floor. I'll come to the floor this time. Lovely. When you get there, release the right leg, turn your hips to the side, bring your right hand to your chest. You see, let's go this way. Ardha Chandra, opening the chest to the side of your mat, lifting your leg, breathing and smiling. And then slowly bend the left leg and let your right leg just simply float back to the ground. You can't really see me there, but it's floated. And then lift your left arm forward, lift your torso. Use your right hand to open you, to drag your sternum around, reaching through your fingers, reaching your right elbow backwards, and then looking over your left fingers. Make sure the left knee doesn't fall in like that, pressing it outwards. Virabhadrasana 2 variation. Feel your heartbeat. Be grateful for that heartbeat. And then open up your right arm behind you, turn your palms to the floor. I'm going to vinyasa down to the floor. Hands down, lift the right leg. Plank, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Finding your breath. Coming forwards into a plank on an inhale. Last little bit of hard work. Bring your feet together. Roll over onto the outside edge of your right foot. Lift your falling over. Lift your left arm up. Gazing off the side, keep your hips lifted. Make sure the left hip doesn't roll back too much, so roll the left hip in a little bit. Tailbone tucks. Vasisthasana, everyone's favourite. Look down at the floor, left hand down, roll back through plank. Let's go straight to the other side. You have got this. You are grateful for how strong you are. Lift the right arm up. Make sure the right hip is slightly rolling forward, tailbone tucking, smiling and breathing. Look down to the floor, right hand to the floor, come back into your plank. Lower your knees. Bring your bottom to a heels for a well-earned child's pose, forehead to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest to look forwards. Creep yourselves forwards, come down onto your elbows, slide your knees back, come into Sphinx posture. Fingers spreading out, elbows pressing into the floor. Drag the floor towards your chest so your chest moves forwards. Opening your heart forward, lifting your gaze. You don't need to compress your neck and lift your chin lots. Use your gaze to lift upwards. Lift your energy upwards. Breathe. You've got these amazing muscles here. Lift those upwards. Now you can stay like this. If you want to do one last back bend with me, you're welcome to. I'm going to come sideways so you can see and join in. With the elbows to the floor in your Sphinx posture, lifting the belly button, protecting your low back, bending your knees, pointing your toes up to the ceiling, making sure your knees don't splay any wider than hip width apart. Now keep your chest lifted. You're going to dip a little bit here. That's normal. We're going to use the back muscles though to try and take the arms around behind us and see if we can find our own feet. If you can't, don't worry. Stay in your Sphinx with your toes pointing up. If you find your feet and you want to, you can make your way into Dhanurasana. So start to kick your feet into your hands, just like we did with every other posture. Once your feet are kicking into your hands and you've created that space, you can lift your knees, lift your chest, and breathe. You might get a little bit of rocking going on. and relax. Let your feet go wide. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head in one direction. Turn your toes outwards. Your feet are wider than your mat. Sway your hips here. What can you feel? I can certainly feel my heartbeat. I won't lie to you all. And then just change the angle of it, change direction of your head. I'll be honest that back bending is something I like the idea of. And I love the way it makes me feel. But physically, it's hard. And it makes my heart beat. Now bring your forehead to rest on your hands. Keep your knees wide and point your toes to the ceiling. Slide your hands under your shoulders and bring your big toes to touch. And in one smooth movement, we're going to push our way into a wide-legged child's pose. So knees are as wide as your mat, toes are touching, elbows are in. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, press into your hands, bottom to heels, forehead to the floor. Maybe having a little swish and a sway. Maybe walking your hands one way and the other. And spending more time perhaps stretching hands over to the right, because I realise I forgot to do that on the other side at the beginning. Make sure you balance things out though. Have a go on both sides, stretching out both sides. Then bring your hands back to the centre and walk up to a high seated position. We're going to make our way to sitting on our bottoms. So any way that's comfortable for you, I come forward, cross my ankles and roll over. If that's going to hurt your knees, find another way that's more comfortable to do it. I'm going to shuffle forward so you can see me a bit better. Take your right leg out to the side and bring your left foot in towards the groin. Let the left knee relax. If you find your hips are having to work really hard to keep you upright in your low back, you can sit on your yoga brick or a book or a cushion or whatever you've got. It doesn't have to be a specific yoga brick. The right toes are active, pointing up to the ceiling. Left hand comes to rest on your heart. Use your right hand to press the inside of your right leg to twist your belly to face your left knee. So that's the bent knee, that's this one I'm wiggling. So your belly is turning to the left. And then you slowly start to side bend over the right leg. You can creep your right hand down your leg or down the inside of your leg. The left hand is resting on your heart. Your neck isn't dangling and your head isn't heavy. There's still a little bit of integrity to your leg, so your spine is long, belly is lifted, and you're lengthening both sides of the waist. Some of you, some of you might be able to reach the big toe by taking the thumb on the top of the toe, the first two fingers inside the toe, bending the right elbow, and pressing the elbow into the inside of the leg to deepen your twist. But don't worry. Don't judge yourself. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. You might be able to go deeper. But today, we're not going to. Today, we're going to stay here accepting that this is nice. I'm grateful for this. And then inhaling, lifting all the way up, bringing both hands around behind you, puffing up your chest, extending your left leg out wide and just rotating both feet, making circles with your feet as you puff up your chest, both directions. And then bringing your right Foot in towards your groin. Left toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Both sit bones are evenly grounded. Right hand to the heart. Right elbow is relaxed. Whole of your spine is long. Both sides of your waist is long. We've created length, so let's keep it. Let's not compress everything at the very end. We're going to use the left hand pressing against the left leg to turn our belly towards our right knee, relaxing our shoulders. As we turn, the right knee is going to want to come up and engage, but keep it relaxed. And then if you want to, if it feels right, start to keep the length in the sides of the waist and reach the body over the left leg. You don't have to go here. You can stay longer. You might find your toe, big toe. You might bend the elbow and press the elbow into the inside of the knee, and you notice, maybe this side isn't as bendy as the other side. Maybe it's more so. Maybe I have to work a little bit harder. Why am I working harder? Do I need to? Why can't I just be grateful for where I am right now? And breathe. One, and inhale, lift all the way up. Bring both hands around behind you again. Extend both legs out, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, legs as wide as you can take them. I'm just coming to this level of width because you can see my feet. Toes pointing up to the ceiling, shoulder blades squeezing together. Now you can stay with your hips on the floor, little bit stronger if you wish. Lifting your hips, go easy here. It's quite intense. Gaze is either up to the ceiling or down at your belly. Mula Bandha is lifting, smiling and breathing. And then slowly lowering down. Bringing your feet in together, moving the flesh backwards from the sit bones. Sitting up tall, taking a deep breath in, reaching your arms up. As you exhale, reach forwards, as if you're reaching beyond your feet. Inhale, waving up to seated Utthita Dandasana. Exhale, reaching forwards like water flowing in a river. One more time. Inhale, waving up. Exhale, softening into Paschimottanasana, wherever it is you land. If you grab your feet, so be it. If you grab your knees, so be it. But keep lengthening through the spine and be content where you are. And know that we've been practicing a lot of heart opening, a lot of back bending. So this sudden forward fold might come as a bit of a shock to your body. So don't force it, don't be judgmental of it and think, well, I can normally touch my head to my knees. You've just done a lot of time contracting all those muscles in your back, and now you're asking them to lengthen. Perhaps lifting belly away from the thighs will help you deepen into your fold. Perhaps letting your thinking mind switch off and just relaxing, particularly on the exhale, might help you to deepen into your fold. Relax shoulders. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, wide, stretch your arms down beside you, bend your knees, and slowly lower yourselves to lying down on your backs with your arms wide, letting your knees sway from side to side, massaging out your low back, some gentle passive twisting, with some final deep ujai breaths. A good click from my ankle there, left it a bit late. And then when you're ready to make your way into Shavasana, If you want to pause the video, do any other stretches or wiggles that feel right for you, then you can. Otherwise, you come down to a lying position, relaxing, palms facing upwards, toes splaying out to the sides, head relaxed, jaw relaxed, whole body relaxed, letting go. Just allow yourselves to be grateful one last time in our practice today. Be grateful for the space to let go into, the ability to surrender completely and relax. If it feels right for you, we're going to start to make our way out of Shavasana slowly. If you want to stay here longer, you can pause or stop the video now and continue with your Shavasana for as long as you like. Knowing that it's not, the intention of a Shavasana is not for sleep. If sleep happens, then it's what your body needs. It's for something so much deeper, a relaxation that goes beyond sleep. So if you're ready to make your way back into the world around you, you can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Deepen your breath, making each breath deeper than the one before it. Perhaps finding those colours again in your body, and with each breath making the colours more vibrant and brighter. You can start to swish and sway, your body swirls, stretch, whatever feels good for you, to wake yourself up, and in your own time you roll over onto one side, whichever side feels right, curling up into a little ball and having a few blinks to open your eyes. And smiling at something that you've never noticed before. And if there's something in the room that you can't find that you've never noticed before, then have a look at your own hand. There is bound to be a line or a crease or a scratch on a ring that you've never noticed before. Just smile at it, acknowledge it's there. And then when you feel ready to, use your hands to guide yourself up to any comfortable seated position. A position where you can sit with a long upright spine, gentle engagement in the Mula Bandha, a lift from your seat, your asana. Bring your hands together in anjali mudra for one final time. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bow to yourselves in gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, your amazing body, your amazing mind, amazing you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'll see you all again soon.